Welcome to Lancaster Community Television Station. I'm here with Danielle Bland, Emory University alum and currently a Villanova University student for law. She's a track and field All-American, and I'm welcome to have this opportunity with her. So Danielle, you went to Hempfield High School where you were a superstar in track, and you broke some records there.
Yeah, when I was at Hempfield, I broke the record in the 100. I broke the record for the 100-meter dash, which was really exciting. And then I think a few of the relay records as well, which was cool.
But more importantly, you had a quality education. You had the right support team with you for teammates, friends, family, coaches, and of course, the people behind the background, the trainers. And part of your regiment was working when nobody was seeing you and doing all this extra work to become that superstar student athlete who was looked up to by the youth. And I'm pretty sure you played a little basketball and you enjoyed senior night and the prom.
Yeah, Hempfield track was really like a family. So there was a really good support system with the coaches and like my teammates. There were times when we'd watch a movie and then just realize it's like 4 a.m. and then we should probably go home so our parents don't get scared. But we also had really good coaches, and even if they weren't for your event, like I got really close with the jumps coach even though I wasn't a jumper, but she was able to help me kind of through some of like the mental hurdles that are part of sports, and just trying to get your head right before a big meet or a big race, which was really great. And then yeah, I also did play basketball until my senior year, and then I decided I wanted to do indoor track to prepare for college. So yeah.
And then, of course, you had a friend named Sarah Hagelson, and she was very influential in your life.
Yeah, Sarah Helgeson was my teammate on the basketball team and the track team in high school, and she was a really good training partner for track because she was always kind of a half step ahead of me in workouts. She was mainly a 400 runner, so that helped me with a lot of my endurance training.
That's very good to have a competitor and a friend at the same time. You guys are pushing each other to greater heights and greater limits. And of course, it's in a friendly nature to want to be competitive in practice, because when it's game day or a track meet, you guys are really full head on and ready to do the very best. And of course, you have your hobbies in your free time.
Yeah, so I guess I have some hobbies. I really like just hanging out. I have little brothers who are 11 now, which is like a big age gap, but it's a lot of fun to just, usually I play a lot of baseball with them since that's their favorite sport. And then I like to watch kind of a lot of sports and just play whatever. And then I really like reading, and I do draw also. So those are kind of my main hobbies. And then obviously always like hanging out with friends and family and listening to music is always fun too.
Well, speaking of music, I'm pretty sure you might do karaoke night or listen to some Taylor Swift. But I'm pretty sure that when you see your brothers grow up, you get to give them advice as being student athletes. And I'm pretty sure they were there for the day you declared for Emory University track, where you broke the 100 and the 200 meter records. You were part of a wonderful relay team, and you wore the medals.
Yeah, my brothers were probably my biggest fans in college, and I have a third brother too, but he was in college also, so he wasn't able to come to many of the meets. But yeah, the twins, I went to college in Atlanta, which is kind of far away, but when they did get to come, they would just run around the stadium like really excited, wearing like all the Emory gear that they could find, and so that was really exciting to see them kind of when you get through the finish line, because they were super excited. And they also liked kind of hanging out with all my teammates, which definitely kind of inspired them a little bit. They got attached to some of my teammates. And then, yeah, we had a really good program at Emory, really awesome coaches that I got really close with, and the trainers were super helpful at keeping me healthy so that I could perform all the time and be able to practice so that I could get to those big meets. And then we just had a really good support system there from other teams as well, because athletics was so good there. And it was also like athletes who cared a lot about school too, so you could even go to your teammates for help with tests or if you were stressed out studying, so that was really nice. And then also it was really awesome. I think I'll definitely remember like my first All-American title the most, but like none of them ever got any less exciting every time. It was just really awesome, especially because so many people helped me get to where I'm at. I still even talk to some of my high school coaches today, or before some of my big meets I would talk to them too. So it was really exciting to be able to kind of achieve to that level because so many people helped me get there.
For you to have All-American status, it's a very great honor, great recognition, not only in the public eye, but also in newspapers, television, and social media. All-American title is basically a chance where you get recognized not only for your performances, but also your education. How did it feel to be named an All-American in women's track and field?
It was really awesome. I was on the athletic side, I was an All-American 12 times, and then my senior year I was named like an academic All-American, so I really did get both sides of it, where I got to show that I'm really good at, on the track, but you can also be good in the classroom at the same time. Those aren't like mutually exclusive things. You can have both, and I thought that was really important for me. And then I think, to anyone who looks up to me, I think it's really important for them to see that you don't have to pick just one of them.
Yeah, you balance the best of both worlds, education, athletics, and you found your happy medium with the right supporting people. And of course, you stay humble because every track meet, anybody can win. Anyone can pull an upset. But with you and your dominance, it rarely happened. How did it feel to graduate from Emory University?
Yeah, graduating was super weird. It was very exciting, but it went so fast. College did, so it definitely didn't feel like I should have been graduating. It felt like I should have still been a freshman, which was kind of strange, and it was kind of sad leaving just because it kind of became your home for those 4 years. But it was really cool to kind of accomplish, achieving like a college education is a huge deal, so that was really exciting. And it was cool to see all of my friends like do the same thing, so that was awesome.
I'm pretty sure you made your family proud, your friends proud, and more importantly, the Hempfield community proud, because you left Pennsylvania to go way down south, and you crossed the finish line not only in track and field, but also your education. And then along the way, you did an internship.
Yeah, I've had a few internships. I had an internship with the State Department when I was in college still, the Pennsylvania State Department. So I was in Harrisburg, kind of learning about like what different lawyers do. And then in law school last summer, I had an internship with a sports law firm. So we did a lot of litigation regarding athletes that were charged with doping. So that was really cool, and I got to work with, we represented USA Track and Field on a case, so I got to kind of meet a lot of really cool people through that and definitely learn a lot about what it is to be a lawyer, which was really helpful since I'm in law school now, so it was a really good experience to have. And even though it was mostly virtual, it was pretty similar to what I would have experienced without the pandemic and everything, so it was super helpful.
And then, of course, you decided to start a new chapter of your life by furthering your education at the University of Villanova, where it's just outside of Philadelphia area. And of course, you get a prestigious education because they have higher standards and it's very hard to get into. And the acceptance rate, it's very competitive.
Yeah, going to Villanova for law school was a really awesome opportunity. I was really excited. I was actually in the training room when I found out I got accepted. They called me my senior year of college, And I think they were like, I guess my leg was really tight or something. So the trainer was literally digging into my leg, and my teammates like, Danny, like your phone's ringing. And I thought it was gonna be like a telemarketer, and I was like, oh, like I'll pick this one up and we'll see. And I got accepted, which was really cool, especially because I had practice right after. So I got to, go and tell my teammates, and so they were super excited for me, which kind of made it real too that I was really going, which was awesome. And yeah, it's really cool to be at Villanova because they're the #2 school for sports law specifically, which is kind of an area that I'm interested in. And they have a lot of really good professors. My classmates have so many different backgrounds and experience, and then the professors just have experience in all areas of the field, which is really helpful.
Yeah, it's very good that you're furthering your education and being on the law side of your future career. What would be your advice to future student athletes that look up to you?
Yeah, first, definitely keep playing your sports and have fun with it. Try not to take things too seriously. But then also academics are just as important, and to be able to play your sport, you have to achieve a certain level academically so that you're eligible. But also sports give you such a good opportunity to further your education. As much as I hate to say it, like sports, one day you're not going to be able to perform on the same level just because, as you get older, but you'll always have your education. And sports can really open up a lot of opportunities for you, but also don't make it too much of a job and don't take it too seriously, and make sure you have fun with both of them and really study things that you're the most interested in, and just get out there and try new things and just work really hard, and it'll really pay off.
I totally agree with you that a student has to think about life outside of sports, because it's going to come a time where you got to pay bills, take on responsibility, and face when life hits you, or face when life has its blessings, its special moments, and bigger opportunities. Because the game of sports has a time frame, a window, and eventually you have to move forward from it. But in the meantime, as student athletes who are in college and in high school, enjoy it while you can and embrace it, because one day you're going to have to mentor the next group of students coming up and pass on the torch to them. And I'm pretty sure you're very thankful for the support of your family, your coaches, and of course, your trainers.
Yeah, my family was really instrumental in my whole career. They always kind of pushed me to achieve all my goals, whether they were on the track or in the classroom. They kind of wanted me to just go for it, but they didn't put too much pressure on me, which was really awesome. And then my brothers were really great in my extended family. And I was really lucky to have some really amazing coaches throughout, my early basketball career, and then all of my track career. I've had a lot of different and really helpful coaches in a lot of different ways, which was really awesome. And then, yeah, the trainers are the reason I was able to make it to the track every day, because they, made sure that your body was in good enough shape so that you weren't getting injured and you didn't have to spend much time off. So they were crucial. And same with our lifting coaches. And just the broader community, it was really awesome how much support that I always had and my teams always had in our schools and our school communities, which was awesome.
I'm pretty sure you remember the days of the ice bath, and then the deep tissue massages, and then the cupping, and then of course just a regular the roller you would use for your calves. And that's all part of after sports care. After you get done practice or after a meet, you got to take care of your body all year round, because health is wealth and you have to be prepared every day. So I'd like to thank you very much, Danielle, for this interview. You've been a wonderful person. You're highly educated, and I see a brighter future ahead for you. Thank you very much for your time, Danielle.